Hello Year 7, it's Mrs. Ray here. Now as part of geography I'm going to be making a lot of videos just to talk through the assessment that we'll be doing and all the activities that will be going along with it. So I look forward to spending some time with you and discussing geography. So the first thing I want to do is go through what is where on Blackboard, just so you know exactly where to access all of the information that you need. So first of all, I'm going to course assessment. And I'm going to obviously place in livability. Now, we've been to visit Prep World, and you may have seen these before and after photos. So this is a before photo of Prep World, and this is what it looks like after. So that's pretty impressive. So we can see the before shot, aerial shot of Prep World. So this is where it is here, and then you can see the after shot right here, so we can see where Prep World is here. So that's what's in that folder. So just want to go through all of this with you. Now the next folder here is the due dates and planners. So the due date for this assessment is the 20th of November, so you need to have that written in your diary or on your iPad. And this planner is really important to know what we'll be doing, and this is actually going to be the guide that I use for doing the videos. So the first video will just be an introduction, that's this one here, and then I'll be doing a video for each of the weeks here. So you can see the first progress check will be in week 5, and week 4 we'll be doing surveys and filling in slides 1 to 5. So you just check this out to see what is actually coming up, but I'll be doing videos for you all as well to let you know. Okay, so that was the planner. There you go. Now we've got this next one is task sheet, criteria sheet, the e-portfolio and transcript template. So this is a quite important one where you need to access the documents for your assignment. So the criteria sheet is the one that shows you what you're going to be marked on. So you can see exactly what's actually going to happen. So this criteria here is for slides 3 to 8. The next one is for slides 10 and 11, slides 12 to 16. So you can see exactly what you have to do to get an A in this assignment. Okay, so you need to have in-depth and insightful understanding of the key qualities. You need to know what they are, and you need to suggest some really good strategies to attract more students to the internal road and create community. So they are the key ideas and the main things that you need to be looking at, and then just making sure that you have all the different parts of your assignment done in a comprehensive way. So you've got comprehensive, clear, making sure all the maps and the graphs that you have are concise, that you spell everything properly. So these are the main things you need to look for when you are doing your assignment. So that's the criteria sheet. The next one is the task sheet. So I'll go back to my Word document and go to the task sheet that I prepared earlier. So this goes through everything you're going to need to know for your assignment. So you need to have a range of text, images, audio and video recordings and the form of an e-portfolio. So that's a PowerPoint, and you have to do a voiceover with your PowerPoint. You also have to submit a typed transcript for each slide. Now never fear, Mrs. Overholzer has done an amazing job and already done up most of the PowerPoint. You just have to fill in the blanks, and the transcript, again, you have to fill in the blanks on that one, so you don't have to do it all from scratch. Now you do have to do it individually, however, but you can work together in pairs to do surveys and things like that. So, but you do have to submit it individually on Blackboard on the 20th of November. Now, like I said, these videos I'm doing are all on Blackboard, and I'll show you where they're going to be in a minute. You probably already know because you're actually listening to this and watching this video. Now, the field work is done on campus during school hours. So the teachers will be able to go through that with you. Make sure that you are really checking carefully all the little things that you have to do in your e-portfolio. So like I said, all the templates are on Blackboard for you. So the main thing is that you look at the 4 key qualities. So these are the 4 key qualities of a public space. So they need to be accessible, there needs to be activities, needs to be comfortable and sociable. So they're the main things that you're looking at when you are doing your assignment. Now, to help you understand what each of those entail, you need to follow the place diagram, and your teacher should have gone through this with you in class. It's also on the PowerPoint under one of the modules. I think it's module 6 that you need to look at for this place diagram to understand a little bit more about the 4 key qualities. All right, we've been to Prep World, so we should have already done that by the time that you watched this video. We've looked at that, and you needed to take photos, specifically looking at how it makes it sociable, accessible, activities it has, and comfortable, and producing a great image for the school. Okay, we looked at those, so we need to discuss that in class. Now this assignment needs to evaluate the effectiveness of the internal road as a public space. So we looked at that and we took photos. You need to look at it beforehand, what it was like beforehand. So what were some of the really good things about it beforehand? What need to be improved, and what are the suggestions that you can make? Thinking about the key qualities. So that's really important that you're always coming back to the key qualities, these 4 key qualities here. That is what you need to focus on. All right. Then you're going to tell us about upgrades that you would suggest to attract more students to the internal road, to create school pride, and to make it a more successful public place. Okay, so let's not go too over the top, but make sure that you look at all those things, keeping in mind the key qualities as well. Right, so that is the task sheet. Now, the next thing here is the e-portfolio. So this e-portfolio PowerPoint and the transcript, these 2 documents are what you need to save onto your iPad and be able to access. These are what you're going to be actually handing in and uploading to Blackboard on the 20th of November. So I'm going to first of all look at your e-portfolio, which I have prepared earlier. So you can see it's a PowerPoint. You just need to put your name here. Each slide has information in the notes section to tell you what you have to do on each slide. Now, for each of these slides, you also have to do a voiceover like I am doing now. I'm doing a voiceover over the top of what's on my computer, so you're going to have to do the same sort of thing, and this is what you're going to have to do on the first slide. So you can explain the purpose of the assignment, explain the place diagram, and briefly explain A and B. Basically, Mrs. Oberholzer has nearly written this for you for the introduction, so you don't really need to worry too much about that now. But the introduction is on your transcript. So when you open the transcript document, which this is, all this blue writing is what Mrs. Oberholzer has already written for you. So you just need to read all this out over the top of slide 1 and filling in these little blanks here, the ones that say that you have to complete. All you have to do is fill those in. So that's really easy for slide 1. Pretty much just read all that over the top of your slide, adding a couple of things. Now, so this is your transcript here, and the blue things is what you just need to read out. You also need to add some things in, following in the instructions in the e-portfolio. So you just got to make sure that you really check the e-portfolio to make sure that you know what you're doing. So the next slide is inserting a photo of the internal road. So I'll go through this a lot more in detail in the next video. All right, so basically you need to make sure that you go onto Blackboard, that you are downloading the e-portfolio and the transcript and saving them onto your iPad. You should do that now. It would be a really good idea to pause the video and do that right now. Then you can come back to me. Right, you should have saved those 2 documents. I hope you just didn't keep listening, people. All right, so the next thing is the support document. So in this part of Blackboard, it has all the information, all the documents that you need that's referred to in your ePortfolio comes into this folder. Okay, so don't need to go into it all now. Just showing you where it would be so that you can just go through one at a time when you need to. Okay. All right, so that was the multimodal support documents. Now these how-to videos will be in this folder here. So the ones that I'm doing right now will be here for you to look at so that you know exactly what you're doing. Then we've got assessment terminology, and then assessment submissions will be in this folder here as we normally do. Go into these folders. You've got progress checks here, and you've got your final submissions, making sure that you're putting it into the correct class. So we've got progress 1 and 2 for Mr. Velkamuth's P class, and then his T, and then so on. Righty-ho. So that is everything in the course assessment folder that you would need to know. The main thing by the end of this video is that you have downloaded those 2 documents onto your iPad, the ePortfolio and the transcript, and I'll talk to you about those in my next video.